Your business may not need more growth. It may need fewer leaks. That is the part most founders hate hearing because growth sounds exciting. Cutting sounds painful. Growth gives you something to announce. Cutting forces you to admit you carried dead weight for too long. But in August, this is one of the most important moves for business owners. This is move 5 in the August Chiman Business Strategy series. Silent wealth strategy. And the message is simple. What you refuse to end may be the thing blocking your next level of wealth. Many founders are addicted to adding. Add a new offer, add a new funnel, add a new hire, add a new campaign, add a new market, add a new platform, add another meeting, because apparently founders believe calendars are sacred punishment devices. But wealth is not only created by adding. Sometimes wealth is created by removal. Remove weak clients, remove dead offers, remove unprofitable products, remove unnecessary costs, remove confused projects, remove old habits, remove emotional obligations, remove strategies that no longer fit the business. That is the August business reset, not more, cleaner. In Chimendunja, some moves are not about expansion. Some moves are about closure, ending, completion, cutting, clearing, making space. And if you are a founder, you need to understand this because businesses do not only die from lack of opportunity, they also die from accumulated dead weight. One weak client, one unprofitable service, one toxic staff member, one outdated offer, one unclear partnership, one recurring cost nobody questions, one emotional commitment the founder refuses to end. Each one looks small. Together, they drain the business. Then the founder says, I need more sales. Maybe. But maybe you first need to stop feeding the parts of the business that are quietly eating your profit. Let me make this painful. That client you keep tolerating because they pay you, they may be costing more than they contribute. That offer you keep selling because it used to work, it may be damaging your positioning now. That staff member you keep protecting because they have been with you for years, they may be slowing everyone else down. That partnership you keep hoping will improve may already be dead. That marketing activity you keep doing because it feels familiar, it may be creating visibility without conversion. And that business model you built 3 years ago, it may not match period 9 business strategy anymore. If you do not review these things, August will not be a growth month. It will be another month of dragging old weight forward. This is where founders lose wealth silently. Not through one big failure, through hundreds of small tolerated leaks. Small discount here, an unpaid invoice there, a bad client kept too long, a project that overruns, a team member who needs constant rescuing, a tool subscription nobody uses, a marketing activity nobody tracks, an offer that takes too much delivery time, a founder who keeps saying, it is not that bad. That sentence is dangerous because not that bad becomes expensive when repeated long enough. This is why the August Chiman forecast is so important. Monkey Month strategy and autumn metal energy sharpen the need for selection. Metal cuts, metal separates, metal defines. Metal does not reward emotional clutter, and business owners who cannot cut will struggle to move cleanly. This month is not asking you to be sentimental, it is asking you to be strategic. And strategic founders know that every yes has a cost. If you keep saying yes to dead weight, you are saying no to better opportunities. That is the part many founders do not calculate. The painful truth is that many founders are not underperforming because they lack ambition. They are underperforming because they are too attached to the first offer that made money, attached to clients who were once important, attached to team members who used to be valuable, attached to an identity that used to work, attached to the business model that gave them their first success. An attachment is expensive because the market does not care what used to work. The market only responds to what works now. That is business timing. And if your timing is off, effort becomes waste. Chimen for business owners helps you ask better questions. Not how do I make more money? That is too broad. Ask what is draining money? What is draining energy? What is draining trust? What is draining focus? What is draining delivery capacity? What is draining decision power? Because if you do not identify the drain, more revenue can still disappear. This is why some founders increase sales and still feel poor. The business grows, the leaks grow with it. That is not wealth. That is a bigger bucket with more holes. Very heroic, also very stupid. Mataya, here is the August silent wealth audit. Look at your offers. Which offer creates profit? Which offer creates positioning? Which offer creates referrals? Which offer drains energy? Which offer attracts the wrong clients? Which offer no longer fits where your business is going? Now look at your clients. Which clients respect your terms? Which clients create repeat value? Which clients open doors? Which clients drain your team? Which clients negotiate every invoice? Which clients make you dread your own business? Now look at your operations. Which meetings create decisions? Which meetings exist because nobody wants accountability? Which tasks generate revenue? Which tasks make everyone look busy? Which systems create leverage? Which systems create confusion? This is not glamorous. That is why it works. Mataya. Most founders want wealth without discomfort. They want growth without pruning. They want expansion without endings. They want new opportunities without releasing old obligations. That is not how business works. Every serious business reset requires a sacrifice. Something must end, something must be reduced, something must be stopped, something must be cut. And if you do not choose what ends, the market may choose for you. The market is rarely gentle. This is where FOMO becomes real. Because while you are sitting there keeping dead weight alive, another founder is freeing their capacity. They are cutting weak offers. They are refining their positioning. They are releasing bad clients. They are cleaning their margins. They are creating room for better opportunities. And when the right opening appears, they can move. You cannot. Because your energy is still tied up in things you should have ended months ago. This is how founders miss timing. Not because they did not see the opportunity, because they were too heavy to move. Avadot ve'imtza mechabes is why I want you in the Telegram chat. Because these are the conversations founders need before the pain becomes obvious. Most people only talk about cutting when the business is already under pressure. By then, the decision is forced. In the Telegram chat, I share business timing insights, Chimen strategy, period 9 thinking, and practical founder moves so you can see the shift earlier. That is the point. Not to panic, to prepare. Not to guess, to read the timing. Not to wait until the business is bleeding before you finally act like a strategist. Va'azol, here is your August move. Choose one thing to end. One dead offer, one weak client pattern, an unnecessary cost. One meeting, one habit, one vague partnership, one identity that no longer fits. Do not make this complicated. Pick the drain, cut it. Then redirect that energy toward the opportunity that actually matters. Because founders do not only grow by doing more, they grow by carrying less. And remember this, silent wealth is not always visible at first. It may look like fewer clients, fewer offers, fewer meetings, fewer distractions, fewer obligations. But underneath, the business becomes cleaner, margins improve, energy returns, decision-making sharpens, delivery becomes stronger, positioning becomes clearer, and when the next opportunity appears, you are no longer trapped by the old weight. That is wealth, not noise, wealth. Subscribe if you want more Chimen Dunjia, August Chimen Forecast, Chimen for Founders, Chimen for Business Owners, Chinese Metaphysics Business Strategy, Period 9 Business Strategy, Business Timing, Founder Decision Making, Strategic Execution, and Business Reset Insights. Join my Telegram chat if you want sharper daily guidance on what to watch, what to cut, what to protect, and where the business timing is shifting. And if you want to know which August move applies to your business, your timing, and your chart, book a private Chimen consultation. Because what you refuse to end may be costing you more than you realize. By the time the cost becomes obvious,